Hello, everybody. Okay, here we go. So, gotta check it for live first. Happy Sunday again. Uh, where's my profile? There it is. Sorry if my voice sounds a little off. I've been struggling with the flu for the past week, about since Monday. Here we go. Oh, I think we should be live. Just popped up on me. There it is. Awesome. Can I hear myself? Yes, I can. Awesome. So, yeah, unfortunately, I have been down with the flu over the whole week, basically. Thought it was going to be a little busier. This week was supposed to be busier because it's the week before spring break. Yeah, it's lagging on my screen a lot. Oh gosh, come on, stop it. Okay, yeah, it's the week before. It was the week before spring break, and so I thought I was going to be busy, but I didn't end up being that busy since uh, the flu took care of a lot of that. So yeah, so one, I'm a little relieved that I didn't have as much work to do, but at the same time, I know that work will have to come later now. So uh, yeah, we'll make it up though. It's yeah, the worst of the illness was Tuesday and Wednesday. Wednesday I was just literally I was sleeping all day. I wasn't doing anything because my whole body ached. I could barely move, so it was bad. Fortunately, it's been getting really better now. It's now I just have a nose congestion. Probably can hear that, and uh, cough and stuff like that. But that's pretty much the rest of it. Should be gone in a couple of days. Yeah, it's been going around. A lot of people have been telling me. Yeah, they've been getting sick. I've been noticing a lot of people here on campus. They've been sick as well. So, uh, yeah, the flu is definitely going around. And two viewers on LinkedIn. That means one of them is probably me, and then one of them is my dad. Okay, awesome. Again, so like I said, welcome to my weekly reflection. Uh, in the stream, I always talk about some news that happened over last week in general, and then my personal developments uh, in my journey online. Jesus, hate this. Yeah. So yeah. So I guess let's get into it. There we go. Okay. Let's share my screen. I kind of made this a tradition. Now, by the way, again, before I forget about it, uh, still have that donation QR code up. So if you want to support my work, if you support what I do, if you support my just me as a person, feel free to scan that and buy me a coffee or whatever you want to call it. All right. Let's see. There we go. Boom. And there it is. So, all right. This week, yeah, like I said, it wasn't good because for most of the time I was just in bed. And I really was exhausted. I didn't have the uh, I don't know strength to even be on my phone too much. I was just laying around and doing nothing. And so, yeah, as you can see, it kind of did flatline here. But now, again, Social Saturday I couldn't miss, so that helped it along way more. And I'm happy for that. So at least I could be there for this. And yeah, it's good. Fortune is getting better by the day. So yeah, next week we'll fix this. So yeah, this is it is what it is. Okay, and then wait, we got a new chat. Yeah, there you go. Of course, I knew it. Gonna show up. There it is. All healthy here. Yeah, of course, an apple. An apple. I haven't eaten an apple in a while. But I have been eating a lot of vitamins. Uh, that counts for something, I guess. Now stop. Ta-da. Okay. And so, not a lot of classes. Well, not any classes since Monday. Well, actually, I actually went to a class on Tuesday morning, but then Tuesday evening it just started, and you know, Actually had a like an info session with uh, the lady I was meeting and everything, and I could barely sit still because my back was just hurting and bad, and I was exhausted. I was just trying to get through it, and then took an ibuprofen, and then went to bed. Then woke up at 4 a.m. and uh, just I literally couldn't even. I wanted to go to the restroom, but I couldn't because I was just, oh Jesus, it was bad. It was really bad. It hurt, and yeah, those who have had the flu will know. Yeah, a lot of people have had the flu, I'm assuming. But yeah, it was bad. And then what else was there? So yeah, that was it. And after beyond Tuesday evening, nothing else really much really happened. No classes, no meetings. Then Thursday, I had how many? I had one or two meetings, I think. Two of them, I think. Yeah. Uh, those are kind of necessities. I just wanted to have something in, but I'm not gonna power through mindlessly. I don't want to. I don't know. I don't want to get. I don't want it to get worse. I didn't want it to get worse beyond what it already was. So yeah. And then a lot of meetings have been canceled. So yes, this week wasn't uh, that eventful, unfortunately. Uh, in as in regards to news, I haven't seen that much that many news in the feed here. Yeah, again, oh geez. Of course, it had to come up. I didn't want to mention it too much, but yeah, I mean, so long story short, International Women's Day. So we had this interesting exchange yesterday on a post. My dad was forayed into it first, and then he got slammed, so I decided to join in a little bit because I'm not gonna stand back and watch people just relentlessly attack him over, well, his personal experience and stuff. So it was. So for those who don't know, I wasn't born in the United States. I was born in Prague, Czech Republic. For those who don't know, it's a post-communist country. It used to be Czechoslovakia up until 1994, I want to say, or three. Then it broke up, and then it became the Czech Republic and Slovakia. So, um, yeah, so that's what it became. And before that, it was, of course, communist. And International Women's Day has very deep roots, beginnings, origins, whatever you want to call it. Just it is a very uh, socialist slash communist holiday, right? This is people like in Russia, China, and Vietnam. It's still like, for example, it's still celebrated there. I know it's celebrated in more places, but uh, the origins of it are just very socialist, very very communist, and not a lot of people I know from the Czech Republic have many great memories and experiences with it. I even asked my mom. I told her, "Oh yeah, Happy International Women's Day" or whatever. She said, "No, I don't. I don't celebrate that. Not at all." She had some bad experiences with it. Uh, I asked my dad and mom, the both of them, and they both told me, yeah, people just. It was typically like, yeah, sure, the men would get uh, flowers for the women, but uh, they they would just get hammered before they even came home or after, like they came back from work. Happy International Women's Day. Gave them the flowers, and then we go to they were off to the pub. Oh yeah, but that's it. I never get slammed. I just laugh and pity the ignorant. Yeah, I mean, they were basically telling him, they were telling us, well, another one, Russia, China, Vietnam have it as a federal holiday. Yeah, still have it as a federal holiday in Russia, Vietnam, and China. I think in more places than that, but well, might be only those. I'm not sure. Probably. Whatever. In any case, yeah, he was saying basically how communism, it very much oppressed our family. My dad, he was also born in Czechoslovakia, but he had to emigrate with his family to the United States. So it's just a long story of oppression and everything, and it is terrible. And they were basically completely dismissing it, and they were like, no, but you're making this about yourself and everything. And like, oh, just because International Women's Day, and International Women's Day, for the first time officially, when it was proclaimed by Vladimir Ilyich Lenin. Okay, Lenin proclaimed it and institutionalized it as a USSR holiday. And then once then Lenin died, Stalin came. Then he had the whole Eastern Bloc, and in the entire Eastern Bloc, it became a mandatory holiday. So the day 8th of March would be always, it would be what's it called? Just it would be free. Like there would be oh no, there would be work, but it was just a holiday because communism, you always have to work, even the women, and it was basically celebrating working women and everything. And it was also created as a challenge, well, rather as a replacement to the imperialistic Mother's Day, right? Because Mother's Day was like, to them it was like backwards, and they wanted, of course, like equality for women. Well, that's what they promoted, at least. Equality for women, and for them to be in the workforce, and independence, all of that, right? And Mother's Day was supposed to be like this holiday that only perpetuated the woman as in the caregiver, the what you call it, the caregiver, and like the at home type of person, right? Yeah. Jeez, so many new comments. Okay. They came home from work, hammered at 11 p.m. with flowers, and domestic altercations started. Yeah. So International Women's Day. That's just, I'll just put it on screen briefly here. That's International Women's Day for you, I guess. Yeah. So, but still, it was just it is very deeply socialist communist. Like, people sent some links about the origins of it. Oh, it was before Lenin and everything. And so that means that it's not communist, whatever. If you look at the actual history of it and everything, like who originated, who had the ideas, where they organized it first, it was all Marxists, socialists, or other communists. So it was definitely not like they're trying to like prove it was before that. But even before, like, people think that Lenin is the begin, or Lenin or Marx is the beginning of socialism. Like, Marx is the beginning of communist theory, right? The Communist Manifesto, obviously. But then a lot of people forget that socialism existed in between. Socialism and communism existed in between Marx and Lenin. They don't know that in between that they were already socialists and communists, right? So anything before Lenin is just theory, apparently, to them. And I get why people want to celebrate it nowadays and everything. Like, yeah, of course, I'm all for supporting women, respecting women, equal rights, everything, all of that. I love women, okay? But celebrating it through this holiday, which is explicitly a communist holiday, like, just, you can look at, I'll scroll Wikipedia right now, just the first one. And Wikipedia is typically not very it is a more liberal place, I would call it. I'm not really trying to get into politics, but this is just, I feel strongly about this because International Women's Day. Come on, where's Wikipedia? Here it is. Where is this? The second one, or where's the Lenin? Wait. Yeah, here we go. So in the first, like, when you click it, you'll see it here. IWD in reality of communist adaptation. Yeah, it was never like communism. Yes, they had women had equality with men and everything, they were equally oppressed. Yeah, that's the only equality they had. Otherwise, they were really, it was the same treatment for women as everywhere. It was just communism put a nice label on it. International Women's Day, as you can see. So, yeah, fight for equality, liberation, and then this was supposed to be, what is this? The International Women's Day, the red flag, waving the red flag, the socialists, right? Yeah, so female suffrage. Yeah, so of course, all of this, gender equality, reproductive rights, violence and abuse against women, right? So, yes, this is what it is. But then you have, the earliest version, Women's Day, Socialist Party, started with communist activists, Clara Zetkin, Working Women's Day. Yeah, you see, proof, and then there you go. So he declared it in 1922, Vladimir Lenin, and that was the start of the holiday, basically, right? So, and they were saying that International Women's Day wasn't what's it called? It's not communist or whatever, right? Well, as you can clearly see, the whole origin, the whole roots, right now it might not be, or like they're trying to paint it as it's not, but it is in its roots a very socialist communist holiday. And then you have there was this one thought experiment that I proposed to one person I was arguing with, but he just, I don't know, he just couldn't see, he just couldn't even interact with the thought experiment for just 1 second. He needed to stick to reality, otherwise, because he knew he didn't have an argument. I said, what if, right? IWD was proclaimed by the very famous German dictator, right? What if it was proposed by him, or proclaimed by him and made into a holiday and everything? It would absolutely not be celebrated today. And he was basically, that was his whole premise, like, oh, good ideas can come from anywhere. Oh, right. But and then when I said that, right, he was like, oh, but that's not the reality, because that guy, his whole thing was based on oppression, genocide, and everything like that. First of all, communism did the same, and second of all, that's not what I was asking. I was asking, what if? That's a thought experiment, okay? But he couldn't interact with it, because if he did that, then he kind of locked himself into this line of argumentation. So I wanted to kind of exploit it, but he didn't bite, and for a good reason. Yeah, but then he kept going off, and I know he used like ChatGPT, because I'm not going to show it here, for obvious reasons. I don't want to call people out, and that's, I don't do that. That's Facebook and Twitter BS. But I'll I'll stick to myself. And yeah, so, but that was ridiculous. How they basically tried to tell me, oh, IWD is not communist, and uh, that I asked, like, oh yeah, so you say, you literally say, oh, stop making this about yourself. Oh, so what if a survivor of rape told you their experience and everything, and you'd say, oh, stop making it about yourself, right? Okay. So, like, interesting, right? So, and then of course that then it devolved into like personal attacks, and um actually it was a uh long thread of replies, responses. I was just, at the end of it, I was like, oh my gosh. And then one guy said, the same guy said, like, oh, it was proclaimed by the UN in 1975. And hey, actually, this is, let me try and find it. I just wanted to see it, not show it. I just wanted to refresh my memory of it. I like to forget about these things, because online arguments are, I'm not gonna let them sit rent free in my head, because it's pointless. I'm probably never gonna even see this person. So same with road rage, right? It's literally the same thing. Why would I be mad at someone? And yeah, why would I be mad at someone cut me off or whatever? when I'm never ever even gonna see the person again. So yeah. Life. Uh, so he's asking, what are your plans for spring break? Life insurance. Oh yeah, right. So that's a better idea. I get too bogged down on these details. He's right. I'm not gonna get bogged down on that. So my plans for spring break. So spring break it started. It's for a week until next Sunday. So it's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna try and get rid of get the rest of the virus out, and then I'm gonna begin uh training so far just online and just like video training, text training, and stuff like that, like a course for to become a license, what's it called, a licensed life insurance and health insurance salesman, I guess, or agent. That's the actual diction. Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna be working on over spring break, and hopefully um I'll have it finished so I can take the exam sometime next week, and then I think uh that could make plenty of money with solutions my dad and his partner have. So it's going to be fast and also immediate. Speaking of business opportunities, I made a post yesterday about MLMs approaching me, multi-level marketing firms. He says life insurance and broker. Okay, yeah, so a broker. Yeah, so speaking of that, I made a post about MLMs or multi-level marketing firms approaching me. State exam. Okay, you don't have to. Oh, that's okay. Never mind. Sound like a lot. Never mind. Yeah. So, okay, I need to stop getting distracted here. Uh, multi-level marketing firms, and they have been uh pretty active recently, especially with me. Got approached by like 5 in the last 3 weeks, and before that, nothing. Nobody touched me from them, and so yeah, I told basically all of them. I said no because, well, not no, uh, but not right now. Rather, like I'll look into it later in uh, my career, maybe during the summer once I have some financial base. But MLMs are typically an investment for the future. It is like a passive income for the future that you have along with your actual work, like real, like full time, for example, and you do it 5 to 15 hours a week is typically the what they like to say. I know it's not going to be that because you need to actually get it off the ground and you need to probably have like more like 100 meetings a month, which is not 5 to 15 hours a week. But it's that's why I don't go into it, because I'd rather invest that time and have 100 meetings regarding Global Productions, because that's my main channel, I guess you could say, my main firm. Yeah, so I'm trying to make money first through that and build that up before I start building up 10 other multi-level marketing franchises. So that was another thing that happened over the past couple of weeks. And then what else? Uh, any other plans? I guess any other plans for spring break? Try and make, well, not try and make. I'll make, not try. I'll do. I'll make a long form video. My dad did. He did live stream, 2 live streams, two parts with Paul Kreider, and he was rebuilding his LinkedIn profile. It's a LinkedIn makeover, basically. And I'm gonna make a video from that, and then kind of compile it, and just make it interesting. Uh, make it really short, because it's 2 hours total of the footage. So I'll just cut through a lot of BS, and then it'll be like uh, I'll say a 15-minute video this time. So it'll take a while, but I'll work on it over time. I'll once I get rid of this whole thing with my nose, my cough, and everything, I'll definitely make YouTube Shorts again. A couple of them. Yeah, I'm already saying, yeah, plans. Yeah, I'm already saying them. So yeah, YouTube Shorts, long form, the whole life insurance thing. That those three things, just that will take up a good amount of time, and then I also need to start getting some actually um, professors are nice enough to move extend deadlines on some of my assignments, so I'll need to also work on those over the break. I don't want to get completely. Oh, I didn't see the emoji. Okay, now it popped up. I'll mention that. I don't want to get completely complacent. I want to keep the rhythm kind of going. I don't want to just turn off to 0 and then back to 100, because that's a bad idea, especially like because we're coming back and then it's going to be a month, about a month and a half of school left, and I just want to be in motion for that, for the rest of that, because it's going to be long, it's going to be rough. I always know that end of terms are always just, or end terms, I don't want to, like, yeah, what would you call them, like end of the semester is always just busy, busy, busy. Yeah, I see that. Plans equals, and then I see, what is it? Yeah. Not uh not the entire spring break, obviously. I know many people, many college students especially, will do that uh over the entire spring break. Um and if they're doing it because of the flu or whatever that they caught, I've heard many people before they left, beyond from behind every door, I heard coughing and everything. So I already know, like, oh yeah, they probably went home and got everybody sick. Yeah, so if they are sleeping because of that, I have no judgment against them, because I completely understand how I was feeling. But many others will just do it for the sake, for the heck of it. They'll just sleep. I will definitely sleep a little more until this whole thing is over, and then I'll get, like I said, I'll get back into the whole rhythm of work. Let's see. We have any other extra viewers? I don't think so. It's always funny how there's always a lot of attendees, or a lot of people are registered. Of course, there's like 50 for this one. It was because I sent the invites out late, you know. But yeah, oh well. But that's why you're being consistent with it, right? Because if you are consistent, the people will eventually come. You just need to show that you're here every time, and that you probably have something interesting that you talk about. And then there's another one, like the makeover is on NCO. The podcast is on our channel and doing well. Yeah, I know it's doing well. So yeah, it's the whole live stream has like 50 views. People don't like watch the entire thing. They just click on it, but typically live streams don't get that many views because people don't click on them. Yeah, so the part 1 at least has like 50 views. Part 2 doesn't have, it has like 4 views, but makes sense. So yeah, so we'll make a long form video out of that, and we'll see if it might get a good amount of traction, if since live streams, our live streams don't get that many views. So we'll see, I guess. Maybe a couple hundred. Hopefully that would be my I haven't had a long form yet. I don't think that has reached 100, uh like this type of long form that I made recently, the most recent one, the 7-minute one or whatever, the where he remade that podcast banner. That's those types of long forms, that I haven't gotten one where it was 100 views. So hopefully that's going to be the goal, over 100 views. Yeah. And I thought I was not going to have that much to talk about because of the flu and how it influenced my entire week. But yeah, we're already at the 30-minute mark. So yeah, if I was going to go in depth on the International Women's Day thing, it's a good hour or two, but exactly, I'm not going to waste my time and energy on it, because why would I? The debate is over, the conversation's over. So yeah. Yeah. Wait, what? Yeah, it's also the podcast is also on our no, the LinkedIn Makeover is also an audio version on podcast on the NC Web Dev podcast. So if you want to see it, just go on Spotify or wherever you get your wherever you get your podcast from, and search that up, and you'll see it. Cool. All right. Well, have a great rest of your Sunday. Have a blessed day. Of course, it's God's day. So, enjoy the rest of your free day. And to those out there who have also maybe are on spring break or have kids who are back from spring break, enjoy your time. And I'll see you next week, same time, same day. So yeah, and